This episode, I want to talk about what's going on with the ATF, right? So there's a new nominee that President Biden has put up to attempt again to get a permanent nominee in that role. His previous one failed, David Shipman, and now he's nominated Stephen Gutowski. But there's some concerns that your organization had with this process and with, as well, the demotion of the acting director, which
Correct.
Recently happened. Marvin Richardson, who's obviously African-American career ATF official, and he's been moved from acting director down to acting deputy director.
Yeah.
And you guys had concerns about that. Can you just tell us a little bit?
Sure. And for your audience, the thing is really troubling that you're looking at a career federal employee who has worked his way up from the ground level, being a field agent, all the way up to being director of the ATF. Not an easy maneuver for anyone, particularly an African American. He's avoided the landmines career wise and has moved all the way up. Has been really received by all rank and file, based on what I've heard from secondary and other folks, that he's well liked. He's balanced. He's not biased in his perspective. He can work with ammo companies. He can work with gun manufacturers. He has a very balanced, like he should, approach to dealing with those folks that he's going to be interacting with. He's not a political appointee. He's a 30-year veteran of the ATF and is well viewed by everyone. And we just feel it's troubling, very troubling, at a very core level when you have an African-American who symbolizes everything that we feel that this country represents. You work hard, you work yourself up by your bootstraps, no excuses, all the way to the highest level within the ATF, and now that just gets jerked away from you for no reason other than you want to place a political appointee, plain and simple, in that place to run the ATF, I think, in a very biased way, to set up legislation and rules that are going to be somewhat anti-gun or very anti-gun. It's troubling on both those issues, racially, as well as the political aspect of it. Really gutting this guy out and really taking away a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that he probably will not have again.
Right. So you're concerned both about the fact that he's been passed over twice for white nominees,
Correct.
And also that those nominees have a track record of supporting, stricter gun control.
Oh, absolutely.
Legislation.
Anti-gun. They are, to me, a wolf in sheep's clothing. They're anti-2A, they're anti-Second Amendment, and that is troubling in itself because that person is going to be over the ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Why would you want to place somebody in that position? That would be truly a negative for the organization and make it very difficult for those folks who run gun companies and ammo companies and have other companies related to firearms. Why would you want to do that? And the only reason I can think, obviously I'm not in the White House or have anything, no dog in the fight, but to me, just a basic observation, because you have an agenda, and that agenda is to push across a very anti environment for gun manufacturers. And I think that's very, very troubling.